Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Pete and Jeremy's D&D Time. I am Dungeon Master Jeremy, aka Trust a Flump, and I am joined by 4 more fantastic players tonight, and characters. But I guess they're players first. You associate with being people before D&D characters, right?
No.
Oh, all right, never mind. I'm totally wrong. 4 fantastic characters tonight. All have reached the myth tier here in the land of D&D time. I can't say highest echelon, but the highest echelon yet reached of characters in D&D time. These are the most powerful characters that there are. And,
you may prostrate yourselves before us. I'll allow it.
And yes, and we're of course joined by everyone's favorites. So let's take a quick moment to briefly introduce everyone, and then jump into the adventure. First and foremost, we have, and I profusely apologize if I mess up on any of the titles, because man, you've had the same titles for so long, and now that they're different, and I can forget. But first we have Euchaunkas Ouwoupli, the High Priest Bringer of Bill.
Yes.
Euchaunkas, how are you doing?
It's been pretty good.
How's your cathedral?
Good. Excellent staging area for slaughtering cults and other religions.
Okay. Now, Euchaunkas, that seems very, cruel.
Nope, inquisitorial.
Oh.
We like to use the word inquisitorial.
Oh, okay. I see. You're just asking them lots of questions. It's like just a really hard exam.
No. Inquisitorial as in we kill the people that don't share my point of view.
Anyway, Euchaunkas, I'm glad to have you back. What have you been doing in the meantime? You know what?
I think you know what I've been doing in the meantime.
Well, Euchaunkas, I'm always glad to have you. I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I've got a feeling you in particular will like this part of this adventure. I hope. We'll see. Or you'll hate it, one or the other. Welcome back, as always. Next, we have Selcress of the Frozen Crown. Selcress, how are you?
I am doing well today, Peon. You may address me. I will allow it. I'm practicing my commanding stuff for my peons, because I'm going to turn my land into a kingdom, doing that. But I gotta practice my poses, like this cape flick.
Now, are you a very good cape flick? I think you've been practicing the cape flick for a while. It's really good at this point. You've got it down. It's quite inspiring.
Yeah, but I also have to practice sitting on my throne in just the most cool way and stuff.
Understandable. Selcress, I gotta ask, so your kingdom, it's underground, right? It's actually, it's deep underground. Are you just making all of the natural, citizens and denizens of the Underdark into your peons, or are you importing new peons?
It's a mix of both, really. If peons from my house want to come join me, that's fine. I'm bringing up peons from the 9 hells. It's a new blending of peons.
The peon economy is extremely robust, I hear.
Yep, these are my champions.
She'll gesture to the other adventurers in the room.
Mm-hmm.
They are the top tier of peon. Best kind of peon, but I didn't tell you that. They didn't hear it.
Of course. I don't know how they didn't hear it, but you know what? If you say so, maybe they didn't. Who knows? Welcome back, Selcress. For those unaware, Selcress, you're just a young drow, right?
Yep. I am 12 years old.
Determination and power can really do a lot.
I've only died.
She's counting on her fingers.
1, 2, 3. 3!
Is it
welcome
3?
Back, Selcress.
I've been brought back to life a couple times, too.
And of course, welcome back. I'm sure you're going to have a great time this adventure. I know you're going to have a great time this adventure. Lance Silverblood, the Silver Hierophant. Lance, how are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you, Jeremy.
Lance, the Temple of Selune, from what I hear and what I understand, is a lot more of a peaceable kingdom than maybe Euchaunkas' Inquisition. Am I right?
A lot of the things going on with this cloud and conch lately have been a bit worrisome, to say the least. We've had a good few refugees fleeing the Inquisition that have been finding a bit of safe harbor in our temple.
I see. Now, I mean, this has not soured your relationship with Euchaunkas at all, right? You two are still cool?
No, he's a member of Bartholomew's troop, so I trust that he's not directly responsible for any of these inquisitings going about.
It's all indirect responsibility, and that's A-okay.
Well, there's a reason it's called not getting your hands dirty.
You know what, Lance?
But that is a lot of dirt to get clean.
If I do get my hands dirty, no one escapes.
Great. All right,
that explains where that village went.
Don't want to get in my heretic world with my strange exclamations. Chunks might get mad at me. Well, anyway, Lance, I'm glad. Has the Church of Selene been doing anything in particular? Have you been doing anything in particular lately?
We've been working on expanding out a little bit. We've actually established a, still fairly small and modest, but nonetheless a temple in Central City. It's still in the outskirts. Some might even say the slums, but that just means where the people need us more.
That is an excellent point, Lance. I'm really glad that your church is really doing some good in the land of D&D. And I wish you the best luck in tonight's adventure.
Thank you, Jeremy.
And last but certainly not least, Sylias Galanodel, i.e. Judge Switch. Sylias, how you doing?
I cannot.
You
know how most people they get an automobile when they graduate high school from their parents as a graduation gift?
Oh yeah, the automobile. I've heard of these.
The automobile, yes. Well, in the Galanodel family, we're a little bit better off. So each of us gets a galleon with 100 servants.
Well, of course.
You know how Ciro happened to destroy Jenny's, and how Jenny may have smashed theirs into the rift in the sky.
Yeah.
Somehow, Kate's ended up in my temple.
Oh no.
I don't even know how that happened, considering that my temple is miles away from any body of water.
What? Wait. Not Kate, but Kate's galleon ended up in your temple.
Yes.
Holy crap. That's almost like, I don't know about you, but at that point, I'm almost too impressed to be mad. But then I'm probably mad once I get over that.
Yes, so I've been spending the past couple months repairing my temple and trying to salvage something of their automobile gift.
Well, sometimes you do what you gotta do, and sometimes it can be hard to get those galleons running again.
Yeah, a good thing, however, is that I now have 100 corpses that are helping me clean up.
Oh, that's good. I mean, nothing to read into there.
I'm assuming that they're Kate's. They were Kate's. They are now under my control, but technical details, minor details.
Yeah, not important. Well, Switch, welcome back. I'm glad to have you. It's been a while. I've been wondering why you've been so busy, but I guess that kind of stuff happens when people crash galleons into your temples. So Lance is doing pretty okay with his conversion. Euchaunkas seems to be doing great with his. How are you trying to get people to join your faith to the Devourer?
It's very interesting. I think that Bartholomew may have made a mistake. It seems that whenever a person or creature dies within the temple, they
Mhm.
become my servant.
Wow, that's bizarre. That, or maybe that was intentional. Who knows?
Yes, so I've decided to set up a little gladiatorial arena inside the
Mhm.
temple, and there's definitely no negative consequences to fighting in the arena and losing
No,
and dying.
absolutely not, because you always come back, right? Bartholomew's Adventures and all that. Well, Switch.
Yes, and you definitely don't come back and are under my control from now on.
Precisely. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Well, Switch, welcome back. I'm glad to have you back with this adventure, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. As our adventure begins, you are all brought, or not brought, but you head deep, deep underground to the underdark city of Beloeuk, the star of the underdark. It is called, ruled over by the mad Beholder-king Boalzecraaz. However, that's not why you're necessarily here.
He's a bit of a loon.
Yeah, he's a bit crazy. But today, in the city of Beloeuk, he has decreed that today would be the first Stars of Beloeuk talent show for singer-songwriters here in the Underdark. Selcress, you know this location where it's being held. It is the illustrious House Ishal Amphitheater, famous throughout all of the Underdark.
Of course.
And you have been hired by a character named Beyonce-eye. Beyonce-eye needs your help, and it's as you arrive, you're headed backstage here at the Grand Theater. A large wooden stage lies before you, massive red velvet curtains, and beyond, a cheering crowd, or not really cheering, but they're kind of quietly mingling and talking before the performance starts. There's an excitement and a jitter everywhere. But this large, hulking woman, wearing a beautiful, like sparkling, kind of like light purple crystal gown, walks up to you. She has one massive bulbous, like bulging eye, and she kind of approaches all three of you as you come backstage. She is clearly Beyonce-eye. She looks to you and says, "Hi, you're Bartholomew's adventurers."
Yes, you may prostrate yourself before us.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. And she kind of like gives a little bow.
Lower.
I'm familiar with all of you. I needed the best for tonight.
I suppose you would. Nothing can go wrong in my family's amphitheater, after all.
I mean, yeah, this is the first ever singer-songwriter talent show here at the Stars of Beloeuk. I'm all full of jitters, but I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous. There's some serious competition here tonight. That's why I need you all. I need you to sabotage all of the other singers during their performances so that I win.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, more or less. It's kind of hard. You can't just kill them. You gotta be a little more creative with it. Just make their performance bad.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I want to win.
No. Why can't we just kill them?
Oh, it's Boalzecraaz will get pissed and I won't win. We'll be disqualified or I'll cancel the show. You have to make their performances suck.
Yeah, don't you know the show must go on?
Yeah, exactly.
So if we killed them, they'd have to make you winner, though.
No, not if he just cancels it.
But she just said the show must go on.
He's a loose cannon. I don't know. Have you ever met Boalzecraaz?
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, he's crazy. He's absolutely insane.
He's the worst.
Nervous. Y'all understand? I mean, basically, I know a thing or two about some of the guests, some of the performers. I can probably give you some tips when they go up, and maybe you can figure it out from there on how to best disrupt them.
All right.
Any questions?
Yeah, give us the tips.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. So the first performer, and as she goes to talk, you hear a voice kind of ring out, a loud, just kind of booming voice, probably magically enhanced, call out and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, monsters and gnomes, creatures of all ages, welcome to the first annual Stars of Beloeuk talent show. I am your announcer tonight, and we are joined by a special guest. That's right, King of Beloeuk, the one and the only Boalzecraaz. And you can all kind of see a little bit from where you are backstage. You can see there's a huge theater. Hundreds, if not like 1,000 people can fit in here, a lot of people. And there's a very large kind of overhang balcony where you see a dark, shadowy, meatball-shaped figure with lots of like little tentacles kind of poking off him. You can't see him very well from where you're standing, but he's floating up on top of the balcony overlooking everything. And as the announcer kind of calls his name, you just you hear another equally booming voice.
Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first annual talent show. We're joined. I, of course, am Boalzecraaz, Beholder-king, and I'm joined by a very special guest tonight. Actually, 5. I'm joined by Euchaunkas, Ouwoupli. I love you. You're fantastic. Selcress of House Ishal. You're pretty great, too. Lance Silverblood. You know, I never really got the stars thing. Sylias, Galanodel. I said your name right. And of course, my favorite guest, Dungeon Master Jeremy.
What?
Huh?
Anyway, so as he speaks...
No, seriously, don't interrupt me. I'm very happy to have you, Jeremy. I'm a big fan of your show.
Oh, God. The voice is going crazy.
Yes, anyway, the show must go on. Jeremy, narrate the intro.
And as the Beholder says this strange, bizarre thing, you see the announcer, a very confused-looking, little white-haired, like, gnome, goes, yes, anyway, the show must go on. Beginning tonight, we have a slew of fantastic performers. In fact, there are a grand total of 5 different performers tonight. And beginning, we have the illustrious, the one and only, Agrel. And from the other side of the stage, you see this big floating brain with a bunch of tentacles kind of float onto the stage. It's got a big beak. A couple of like, roadies kind of run over and put a microphone down in front of the creature. It begins to start singing as it sings. It speaks as, hello, I am Agrel. I want to thank everyone for being here.
Seriously, start the show. I'm bored.
Okay. Set fire to my brain as I writhe in agonizing pain. And it begins to start singing. And Beyonce looks at you all and says, we need to disrupt. Actually, I think this one.
I think you're safe.
Yeah, I think we're good. And you hear the Beholder call out,
boring!
And a green laser beam strikes down and destroys the Grell.
Uh-oh.
And everyone just kind of gets quiet at the stage.
Woo!
And then cheering as the crowd cheers and applauds. And the crowd calls it,
yes, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
And the announcer, all right, well, that one was quick. Let's jump on to our next performer tonight. Hopefully one that does a little better than the previous one. The one and the only. Drum roll, please. That's right, folks. All the way down from the Howling Caverns, we have Etten M. And again, walking over from the other side of the stage, you see a big two-headed giant kind of walk over. And thank you. And it begins to sing as the crowd gets quiet in anticipation. I'm Slim Shady. No, I'm Slim Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. And they begin to just rap at each other, mildly entertaining. What do you all do as he begins to perform? Beyonce's like, all right, so I don't have a plan for this one. I think you just have to figure something out.
All right, I have a thought.
What's up?
I'm gonna cast deafness on them, and then they can't hear each other, and they'll just fight.
Wait, We should probably try to pit them against each other. I'll claim that the left one's the real Slim Shady. You claim the right one's the real Slim Shady. And then they'll fight instead of rap.
I'll claim neither of them are the real Slim Shady.
Claim that you're the real Slim Shady.
I am not the real Slim Shady.
Switch should be the real Slim Shady.
Yes, I nominate Switch.
She is pretty shady.
Switch?
I have nothing to say to this. I am actually quite shady.
Alright,
I
go
like
ahead,
this plan.
Beyonce. Shush you! We don't need your commentary.
Why not?
Oh my, that head on the right is so clearly the real Slim Shady. How can the other even try to oppose him? He's clearly one of those fake Slim Shadies.
Can you roll me a deception? A persuasion check? I don't know. A charisma-based check of some kind.
I'm just gonna roll flat charisma because I have no proficiencies in anything charismatic, as you can see.
And Lance, you try and call out, but the voices in the crowd that are just kind of chanting like, "You're Slim Shady," back at them totally drown you out.
Quick, Euchaunkas, do something!
I think the other head is, by the might of the cloud, I declare that the... Which one did you say, right or left?
Right.
I declare that the left head is most definitely the real Slim Shady.
So you're just kind of yelling out onto the stage from the side.
I walk up.
You just walk onto the stage.
This is shady!
Roll a performance check.
Performance or persuasion?
How are you trying to play this, right? Is this part of like the act that you're trying to play? Like, I'm
no,
part of the act, or
Oh
is
no,
this, like,
no.
been a dick?
I'm arguing a point.
Okay, that case persuasion. Euchaunkas, you charge out onto the stage and declare, by the cloud, that head is the real Slim Shady. The head's like, I'm real Slim Shady. Oh, okay. He's Slim Shady, yes, he's a Slim Shady. The other head just seems kind of sad. And the crowd begins to kind of like jeer and boo a little bit as the other head is just kind of sad. It seems
Yes, mock him!
And
Mock him for his failure!
The beholder calls out,
Get off the stage if it's not your turn.
I don't think I have a turn.
Slim Shady in all of us. Fuck it. Let's all stand up.
"Oh shit! Roll me a persuasion check with advantage." Oh no!
Oh, no.
Which you say it, but it's just not loud enough. The crowd doesn't quite hear it as they're starting to boo at the Ettins or the Ettin rather. And the one head who thinks he's the real Slim Shady is like rocking it because he's just really into it. He thinks he's the real Slim Shady. The other head's just sad.
Selcress is gonna shout out,
Neither of you are the real Slim Shady! Get off the stage!
Okay, can you roll me an intimidation check? I think
sure.
I'm pretty sure it's intimidation.
Sure.
Also, Euchaunkas, as you had stepped out on the stage, you could feel all of your magical equipment become slightly heavier.
Okay, I move off the stage.
Yeah, as if under the gaze of the beholder. Yep.
From backstage. How does this resolve?
Yeah, Selcress, you're yelling out, and once again, it looks like that other head is just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm Slim Shady," and he's just really rocking it. He's just, yeah. You've all just tried yelling.
Could I reach out to the sad head now telepathically?
You could try.
I'll try.
Okay.
And I tell him, yeah,
Okay, what do you want to try him?
you can be the real Slim Shady. Just kill the other one.
Yeah, you do that? Yeah, unfortunately, you try and do it, but it seems like the gaze of the beholder is on the stage right now.
All right.
You think it's like a good idea, like it might work, but
All right. If we
Is
can get the
Levi's
Beholder to
invisibility
look away.
working if he sticks his hand out there?
what?
Is
No,
Levi's...
it's not.
Oh, I see.
If we can get the Beholder to look away, I can probably get one head to turn against the other in a violent way.
If we tell him that Switch is the real Slim Shady and that Switch should have an opportunity to go up and counterpose their argument to prove it, perhaps he'll
Switch.
look away.
Go perform. Be shady.
Yeah, rap battle.
Be extra shady, Switch. I believe in you.
And ruin it. Ruin it good. Be terrible. Be your worst shady. You can do it. I
Alright.
believe in you.
I believe in myself. And I throw a grenade on the stage.
Oh, Jesus.
There's like a brief moment where like it bounces onto the stage, well, and nothing happens, and the Ettins look down like,
Not
and you hear
that
the
kind
Beholder,
of shady. Go rap battle.
and
Go.
you're like, Switch, it should have blown up, but it just
Yeah.
hasn't yet.
I
And
turn
you hear
around and I point behind me and I yell, "Look over there!"
What's over there?
And then blows up a second later, as you do 32 damage to the Ettins. Jesus Christ. And as it blows up, how much life? Okay, the Ettins are still alive, but they look really badly burned.
Wait, the Beholder's looking away?
It
Yeah.
looked away for a second, yeah.
Now's your chance.
Go,
Claim the
Levi.
shadiness. Kill the other one.
I'm Slim Shady! And he punches himself in the face, but he punches the wrong himself. And the other one looks at him like, what are you doing? I'm Slim Shady! And then he punches the right head, and they begin to fight each other. And as the chaos ensues, the jeering of the crowd gets louder, and they're boo! Boo! And suddenly you hear,
Enough, everyone! This performance sucks. Slim Shady, neither of you are the real Slim Shadys. Switch is way shadier than any of you.
and he shoots a disintegration ray at the Ettin, who turns into a pile of dust and collapses onto the ground. And the announcer calls out, "Well, wow, what an explosive end to that performance." Don't worry, everyone, though. We'll be right back with our next guest. Oh, I'm just hearing from the Beholder-king himself. We're going right into it now. That's right, everyone. You know her latest single. It's time for Avril Lafitte. And walking in from the other side of the stage, you see a drow. She's holding an acoustic guitar and yeah, right, and like a little bench. She goes to puts it down on the stage and sits down. She kind of straightens herself out and looks at everyone and says, "I hope you're all having a wonderful evening tonight." And she starts strumming at the guitar, and she begins to sing, "He was an elf, I was a drow. Could I make it any more obvious?" And of course, you know this song, Selcress, is horrible. It's the worst song there's ever been.
Oh my God! Make her shut up! Make her shut up now!
Beyonce goes, "Yes." Beyonce looks to you and says, "Yeah, I don't know. I just, I'm not sure."
Where are your tips?
Well,
Your
okay,
tips are
well,
terrible.
This is it. I don't know what to do with her. She's on fire. Like, she's dealt with she's played through explosions.
Wait, is she literally? Oh no.
No, not really. She's just, her nerves are like iron. She can just take anything. I know she hates earthquakes. Maybe if you like snuck under the stage, you could get over to her and like punch the stage a lot. That might distract her. There was an earthquake in one of her performances. It was a really weird situation. It's the only one she's ever stopped.
Selcress, can you have Levi fly up? Well, can you, but not just yet.
Sure. To do what?
He will shine bright like a diamond. Just give me 1 second.
What?
I will take out a small little holy symbol of Selune, put it around his fiendish neck, and
No,
cast...
that's gonna burn him. Stop!
It'll only burn for a
Levi's
second.
like, he's like hissing and trying to push it away. Like, no.
Fine, if you're going to be like that, I have a very basic necklace that just has a small little crystal in the end of it. If you're going to be a big baby about it. And I will cast Daylight on the necklace.
Okay. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, you cast Daylight on the necklace, and she stutters for a second at the sudden flash of light from off stage. And you just hear Boalzecraaz call out,
"Ah, that's 1 strike. 2 strikes, and you're out."
But she recovers and actually is continuing to perform perfectly fine, it seems, after the initial flash of light.
Are the rest of the drow or the crowd in general affected by this daylight, this bright light that is?
Yeah, they don't like it. They're like, ugh! They're like covering their eyes a little bit, but they're a little too distracted. And they're still cheering because, man, Avril Lavigne is putting on a great show.
All right. Selcress is gonna cast very
Beyonce goes to like point at like a trap door and says, really, if you go to the trap door and you get under her, you could probably mess with her. You can't probably get anything on stage because of the eye.
So Switch is going to Misty Step into the trapdoor.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk in.
Okay.
Selcress will supervise from outside.
So, Selcress, you're standing at the top of the trap door. Euchaunkas, you open the trap door. Switch is right there. And Switch,
Hello.
You can see immediately below the trap door, there are 2 drow who look at you. As you just appear between them, would you like to do anything? You have a surprise round on them.
I'd like to do my coconut impression.
What is this? I'm unfamiliar.
I take both their heads and knock them together.
Oh, God. Okay, can you roll me an attack roll?
Just a straight strength check.
Yeah.
Surprise round, so advantage, right?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, that will absolutely get them. As you grab the 2 drow and bonk, crack their heads together. I mean, what was your intention here? Just to knock them out?
Yep.
I think with a critical hit, you knock them out. You just kind of punk, and they slump to the ground. They look like kind of enforcers. Like maybe they were put there specifically to guard from you guys to be able to get down, or from anyone being able to get down, because they're dressed in like leather armor and they have weapons.
Yeah, I was just doing it for fun, though.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, now they're unconscious. There's a little ladder going down. It's about 10 feet down to the bottom under the stage. Euchaunkas, you climb down. Lance, you climb down. So you see everyone else climbing down. It's dark and musty under there. There's like a skeleton nearby of some dead creature.
Lance is still in the crowd.
Levi, go down
Lance
with
is where?
them.
Lance is still in the crowd. He actually, in his superior clerical taste, happens to be a fan of this song. So he's doing the fist pump in the crowd.
Like actively hurting the team. Okay.
But while he's distracted fist pumping, he accidentally gets too into it and does a thaumaturgy to give a little minor quake.
Okay. All right, I see. So you can make the ground shake a little bit. The problem is the beholder's eye is focused right on the stage, so the magical effect just doesn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah, his eye ray makes an anti-magical cone, unfortunately. But yeah, Lance, you can see your friends all going under the stage. Would you like to go up with them, or are you just chilling?
I'll be chilling for now. If things look like they're getting bad, I'll interpose.
I feel like you'll hear it. Yeah, I mean, you're like a round and a half, probably a round and like an extra movement of dashing. So yeah, as you guys climb under the stage, you look around. It's musty, dusty cobwebs. You see all sorts of stuff stored under here, and everything's just kind of like dulled. It's just not quite as loud under the stage. What do you all do?
We're gonna cause an earthquake.
Okay, so you just start walking through?
Yep.
Okay. What are all of your passive perceptions? And Selcress, are you down there, or are you still up on the top?
I'm still up on the top, but Levi's down there.
All right, cool. So Levi's down there with Euchaunkas and Switch, and Lance, you see Selcress looking down there, and Beyonce is like anxiously looking nearby. We got 11 passive perception, and Euchaunkas, what's yours?
17.
17. All right. as you're all, as you two are making your way down, Euchaunkas, you see something. You can see that there's a large, hulking shape in the corner. And actually, you see a pair of them kind of leaning over. Actually, you all see those, both of you, Switch and Euchaunkas. Two large hulking creatures in the corner over some sort of body. Maybe it's like an old stage attendant. You're not really sure. However, I don't think Oh no! You see both of these, Euchaunkas. Euchaunkas, you see a stalactite, it looks like, in the corner, and then it opens a big yellow eye and looks directly at you. And can we roll for initiative there? Switch, unfortunately, I think is surprised at the start of this combat. But so is everyone else. So everyone else still also roll initiative because it might matter.
It's fine, I got a nat 1.
Oh, God. So it's... that's unfortunate. Switch, lands... Oh, God, so it's a 0. All right,
Yeah.
And let's roll for these dudes. Gonna have to roll this guy in stealth because... Oh, that's okay, he got a 3. But you already know about that one and about this one. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, they all go at the same time, don't they? Yeah, they do. Woo! I'm just gonna put them on here. All right. And the monsters go. Selcress, you're surprised. Lance, you're surprised. Lance, you're rocking out to the show. It's really good. And Euchaunkas, you're the first to go. You see beneath the stage in the corner a large kind of stalactite-like creature. Big red eye or big yellow eye. It's got some tentacles coming off the side that it looks like it's about to shoot at you to attack you.
How big is this area down here?
It's about a 10-foot like ceiling, and it's pretty wide. It goes over 100 feet long.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast a fog cloud around the tentacle monster.
Oh, you just cast a fog cloud over
Okay,
there.
you go away.
Lance, unfortunately, fog starts to come up from the bottom of the stage, which
Oh
looks
no, I'm
super
helping
cool.
the show.
And the crowd cheers louder. But the tentacle monster is in a fog cloud. You don't see him anymore. You see the big hulking shapes that are on the other corner get up, and they begin to come toward you, Switch. They charge at you. Right now, you're about halfway to the center of the stage, is where you would need to be to disrupt the show. And they use their full movement to just charge at you. They're these huge hulking insectoid creatures with large pincers and kind of feelers sticking off, massive crab-like claws. They are umber hulks, as they're called. And they have crazy eyes as they stare down at you. But they take their full action to get to you. The roper in the corner, the horrible stalactite tentacle monster, is blind. Good work. However, the other creature isn't, as the one thing that got the drop on you, Euchaunkas, goes as beside you, under what looks like it was just a pile of supplies. The blanket leaps off and attacks you as the cloaker comes at you.
I deserve this.
So it rushes at, tries to go at you, and it's going to make a bite attack. And it's got a 23. Oof. As this blanket wraps around you. It's just so it's attached to your head. You're blinded. You can't breathe.
That's all right.
And it actually is okay, which is weird. And yeah, you're being smothered by a blanket or a cloak. And it does 15 piercing damage, which is bad. And then it's going to thwack you with its tail, too. Which, damn. 20 going to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Switch, you were surprised by this whole situation, except you saw the Umber Hulks, so you can go if you'd like.
Oh, I can go?
Yeah, you can go. Because you saw enough of the creatures to not be surprised by combat. It's just the cloaker would have fucked you up.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my shield and weapon out, and I'm gonna cast Bless on 3 people who are down here with me.
Yeah, okay.
The Avril Lafitte fan cannot get blessed, as far as I'm
So
concerned.
you're blessing Levi?
No, he can see you diagonally. I mean, you could bless Levi too if you want.
Myself.
It feels so wrong to bless a fiend.
Oh, Switch's blessings are different.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what? I'll bless at the 2nd level, so I'll also bless Selcress as well as Levi.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Judge.
Alrighty. Switch, you bless them all. Is that your only action that turn?
And I'm gonna get around on the other side of the Umber Hulk, so I'm closer to the center of the stage.
Alrighty. Yeah, you'd have to move past them. They'd get opportunity attacks against you.
Oh, well then I'll just use my full movement to get to the center of the stage then.
Well, they're adjacent to you, is what I'm saying. They ran up to you.
Yeah, I'll just use my full movement. They take off attacks?
Yeah, they definitely would. I will have to ask, were you looking at the Umber Hulk or not?
No.
Okay, Switch is familiar enough to know not to look at the crazy eye monster.
It wasn't that I wasn't looking at them, it was I was looking at my allies, trying to find everyone so I could bless them.
I gotcha. Awesome, cool. So, because you are not looking at them, they are going to take advantage on their opportunity attacks. But that's not too bad, I hope. What's your armor class?
+1 splint, I ignore crits.
Yep.
And then I have a shield. So 17, 18, 19, 20.
20, alrighty. So here's the first one, and here is the second one. You ignore the critical hit because of your adamantine splint armor. So still 23 points of damage, but yeah, you rush past them to the center of the stage. You're now under the center of the stage. It's the end of your turn. Can you roll a concentration check? Actually, 2 concentration checks in the bless. Yeah, no problem. Flying colors for Paladin. What am I even thinking? Selcress, it's your turn. You know all the stuff's going on right now. And I think you're alerted oh god, face, is letting Lance be aware that, oh no, something is going wrong.
Of course, something's going wrong.
Selcress is going to stick her head down just so she can see down there.
Euchaunkas is 10 feet away with a blanket wrapped around his head, and it's just...
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
And she's going... How far away is the center of the stage?
50 feet.
Okay, that's perfect then. She's going to send 2 Eldritch Blasts at it with force damage.
Yeah, you shoot your Eldritch Blasts, and they disappear about 30 feet in.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, the Beholder's eye seems to pierce even that.
Ugh.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well... I guess Levi can try and help Euchaunkas.
If it matters, you would have only had to use 1 Eldritch Blast to know that. Well...
It doesn't really...
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Right,
because it's 1 action. Right.
Yep. So, Levi's gonna try and sting the cloaker.
Okay, comes up, gets his tail already, and go ahead and make your attack. That is a 22. That'll absolutely hit. The cloaker has to roll a Constitution save, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Which I think it'll succeed. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
So
I think it's a DC 10. I don't know why Levi's weird.
Because he uses your DC now.
Oh.
Because of the collar.
Oh, right. That's 15. It does succeed,
so he barely succeeds on it, yeah. It's going to be 3 + 5, 8 total damage. So So the cloaker takes 4 damage, and Euchaunkas takes 4 damage, and you get stung in the face by a little. I mean, it must have been the cloaker, right? It's got to have been the cloaker.
That's not working, Levi. We need to switch to Plan B.
Lance, what would you like to do? As Selcress is looking down the stage, like, uh-oh. I love the image of like this little girl drow just kind of like looking over the stage, like, uh-oh, crawling next to the big hole.
From under stage, do I see Levi's daylight, or has that been suppressed?
No, where he is right now, he's good. You can still see the light kind of poking out from under the stage, which isn't hurting anyone nearly as much anymore now that it's under the stage. It's poking through crack. And on the other side of the stage, you see fog coming out, and there's just nothing in the middle.
Oh man, Lance is feeling the urge to continue watching the show because the lights show in the fog, but
yeah, it looks so good.
He takes one last second to just appreciate the view, and then will rush off under stage to help.
Okay, so takes your movement and then your action. Takes 60 feet to get up to and then jump down the stage. I don't know if you have any extra special movement ability or if you just spend your turn running.
I'm a fast wood elf, but I'm not that fast.
Okay, so yeah,
you spend my turn running.
Okay,
And
the thing wrapped around Euchaunkas' head.
Yeah, I have no good bonus action spells at the moment, so that'll do it.
Alrighty. Euchaunkas, you've got a cloak wrapped around your head.
Yes.
I believe you're also blinded from this, right?
Probably.
Yeah, blinded and can't breathe.
Yeah. I've got 15 minutes of that. All right. I guess I'll try and get this thing off my head.
Okay.
You right there? You
trying, like, you're ripping at it, and it's not coming off.
Okay. Can I bite it without hurting myself?
Yes, I think you absolutely can.
Great. I'm gonna bite it.
That'd be so dumb. It's like, I bite my tongue? Like, what? No. Yeah, okay. You'll hit with that bite.
Great. All right. Yeah, and I get 2 temporary hit points.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Some damage the cloaker doesn't resist. Not too bad. Is there anything else that you'd like to do? Note, I would also say that you can cast spells on it if you want. You're blinded, but you can see it.
Well, I tried to pull it off, so...
Yeah. I'm sorry. I meant to say that earlier, but in the future.
Yep. No, I'm all set for now.
Okay. The Umber Hulks are going to go. They're going to charge after Switch. As they do, the ground, like, shakes a little bit. And Carrie Underdark is going. I'm sorry, not Carrie Underdark. Avril Lafigne. Oh no, I spoiled
now
my
we know the next performance.
Avril Lafigne is going to roll a concentration check with disadvantage. Oh no, the daylight's not out there anymore. So it's going to be a normal concentration check as the Umber Hulks run by under the stage. Yeah, she keeps performing, no problem. Her show's coming close. The Umber Hulks are going to attack you, Switch. Which you're still not looking at them, so here come their attacks. Claw. Man, that adamantine armor coming in hot right now. And oh my goodness! How you doing after that onslaught? But you resist both the crits.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
You okay down there, Switch?
Ooh, I gotta roll 3 con saves, right?
Yeah, well then there's the other Umber Hulk. Which, realistically, the other Umber Hulk probably would have gone for Crowley. Because Crowley's blind. So Crowley, you got an Umber Hulk coming at you too.
Nah, that's fine. He doesn't need to.
Well, sorry, bro. Oh, wait. And a third one. All right.
Okay, yeah, no, hold on. That first attack. It's just gotta move back up to me. Nope, okay, I'm down.
All right, Euchaunkas gets Umber Hulk clawed twice. And Euchaunkas falls on the ground.
Euchaunkas!
Without attacking the cloaker? No, okay, I'm sorry. I was seeing if it was attacking, if it had to attack the cloaker, because the cloaker's wrapped on him. But no, it does not. It attacked the Euchaunkas under the cloaker. And we are on.
The roper can see now.
Yeah, the roper can see now. The only creature that is in the range of the roper, however, is Switch. Just barely. As the fog disappears, a tentacle shoots out toward you, Switch. What is your armor class?
20, I think.
20. All right. It's going to shoot at you with one tendril and miss. As a tentacle tries to wrap around you. I imagine, just bat it away. And that is the end of the roper's turn. As we go on to the cloaker, which disengages from Euchaunkas and is going to go after the next closest thing, which is Levi. Levi makes an attack against you. 25?
Yep.
All right, Levi is wrapped in a cloak.
He's dead.
Okay. And dropped on the ground, and then it will attack you, Lance, with its tail as it flies over and strikes you.
Misses.
Oh, shit. Right, your dwarven armor is OP. That's the end of the cloaker's turn. Switch, what would you like to do?
I'd like to sing a quick little song. I don't want anybody else.
Okay. You lay on hands, sure. Actually, you know that you wouldn't be able to do that. You can feel the beholder's power, even under the stage.
This isn't a magical spell. This is just I am touching myself. It is an ability, not a magic.
I believe it's a magical effect. I think this would fall under that.
It says blessed, not magical.
I think...
In no point of the wording does it say magical.
It actually, I'm sorry, in anti-magic field, it expressly states effects except those created by an artifact or a deity. So yeah, you're good.
BM. Done. Easy.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure if this is what they meant by that, but I'll let you do it. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Gonna bonus action take a quick drink.
Okay. Yeah, and you can hear Galanodel loud. I'm not Karen. Avril Lavigne very loudly strumming her guitar directly above you.
And I'll use my movement to jump and hit the floorboard with my head.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the con save for her. Her DC is 15. Damn. Which succeeds. She continues playing. And Selcress, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna bring Levi back to life.
Okay, bonus action, Levi returns. Euchaunkas is lying on the ground looking bad. Or unconscious.
Alright, and then... I suppose I'll flutter my cape for him.
Euchaunkas, you're inspired from Oblivion. Probably in your mind it's the cloud. But as you open your eyes, you see Selcress standing above you in the opening.
What happened?
You fell asleep, get up!
Lance, I believe, is also close enough to... Oh shit, that's a lot of hit points, damn.
Oh man.
Powerful item. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Selcress?
That's it.
Alrighty. Levi has returned. Chillin'. What was that, Switch?
Am I in range of that?
No, because the cone would have blocked it. You're in the middle right now, unfortunately.
Is Lance?
Lance is not. No, Lance is not far enough in. So Lance is close enough for that. Lance is where Euchaunkas is right now. Still close to the opening. And we go to the next in the order, which is Lance. Lance, what would you like to do?
Bingo. Going to bring up Euchaunkas, but then seeing him up, I suppose I will just spend my action to go forward and hit the floor with my sword.
All right, you run up to where, your 40 feet of movement brings you right up to where Switch is. You're going to attack the floor with your sword. There are 2 Umber Hulks standing next to you, looking menacing with their weird buggy eyes and big claws.
That's creepy and not part of the current job, so I'm just going to focus on the roof.
Okay, sure.
As I smack that roof.
All right, yeah, I mean, you don't have to roll for that, but actually, roll for it, and that's I'll set her DC based on your roll. So it's a 14.
Now I'm worried.
And no, not the damage, just your roll to hit. So she's got a DC 14, which she fails, so she stutters again. You hear a ka-chunk on the guitar, and you just hear strike.
And let's keep this roll going as... Oh, shit. No, I'm too far. You know what? Oh, no, I used all my movement to get here. Never mind. I can't use any of my bonus action stuff. Never mind. That'll do it for Lance.
All right, you only have 1 attack. Oh, no, he's a cleric. Only 1 attack.
Clerics.
Euchaunkas, it's your turn.
Wait, can I punch it offhand?
Oh, the cloaker would have took a swing at you with its tail as you ran out of the way, by the way.
Okay. It misses.
It misses.
Great. Okay, seeing the cloaker go for him, I move away.
Yeah, the cloaker is not adjacent to you, so you can move no problem.
Great, yeah. No, I'm getting away from that thing, and then I'm going to shatter it.
Oh, the cloaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be loud.
Yes,
I
it
assume
is.
you're gonna max that?
Probably.
Alrighty.
Let's find out how it does first.
Yeah, it's probably gonna do... Wow. That
Yeah,
was a
screw it.
lucky roll.
I'll max it. It doesn't really matter.
Well, the bright side is that hits the stage, and the stage shakes.
Well, it does that. It also makes a very high-pitched noise. You know, something that might screw up someone's playing.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll that save right now. Oh no, she cold strike. She's so good.
Well, it also hits the stage.
Yes, it does damage the stage pretty dramatically. In that off-stage little corner where you guys are at, the stage is in serious disrepair. It is in rough shape. How much damage was that to the cloaker?
No, for 12? 12. 24 to the stage.
You're already, yep, alright, cool. Alrighty. Cool. The Umber Hulks are going to go. Seeing 2 things to attack nearby, they're going to look right at you guys. So, Switch, are you intentionally averting your gaze still from these guys?
No.
Okay, so on your turn...
Intentionally, no.
Okay. Lance, same question as you rushed forward.
I probably was too focused on the roof to consciously think about averting my gaze, so I would not consciously avert my gaze.
Cool. As your eyes catch theirs, you realize it's a magical effect, and you're immune to it. In the Beholder's thing, and they just attack you. Oh God. Well, Switch, it's another crit. Like the 5th one against you, you've reduced.
Yeah, that's really great. Thanks.
And yep, some more attacks. Those are all at you, Switch, and then at you, Lance, we got 3, which is a 12. A 9 and an 18. So I think all of those miss except for the crit, which is reduced to a regular hit against you, Switch, because of your... Oh, you're in a... That shouldn't... No, adamantine isn't a magical effect. It's a property of the metal.
Yeah.
Right. You're good.
So 12, 15, 12, 9, and 18 I'll miss.
Yeah, the only one that hits is the crit. Yep.
Okay.
A rough round for the Umber Hulk. I say rough, but the Roper is still over there. And it's going to go at either one of you guys. So we're going to say that Switch is 1 and Lance is 2. Switch, you got a Roper coming at you. As it throws a tentacle at you.
That is my AC.
All right, you are grappled and dragged into the corner of the stage. As it reels you in. Which it can't do anything else that turn. It just pulls you halfway to the other side of the stage. You are now 75 feet away from Euchaunkas and Selcress, and 25 feet from Lance. And that is the end of its turn. The Cloaker looks at the creatures around it, sees that Levi's back up and goes for Levi. And it goes to bite him. I think it misses, doesn't it?
It does.
Shit. And Levi ducks out of the way and it whacks with its tail and strikes him.
That'll hit him.
Okay. Is Levi still up at that?
No.
Okay, Levi gets killed again. Just,
Did Levi get the temp HP?
I think he was
did.
unconscious at the time, wasn't? Oh yeah, I guess he wasn't.
Oh wait, that doesn't kill him.
Hot damn.
He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
yeah, Levi got this in him.
Yeah.
Switch. What would you like to do? You are currently grappled by a horrible monster.
I just have the most irritated look you've ever seen Switch have.
Just like, ugh. Even worse than dialogue? I mean, sorry, than exposition?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Being dragged away from center stage, the worst.
You can take a point of inspiration. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I'm going to bonus action Divine Favor, and I'm going to attack this roper twice with my weapon.
Yeah, it appears you are completely out of the I-beam being dragged 25 feet away. So,
yep.
Go ahead and make your attacks. You're gonna attack. All right, 10 I think will miss.
Can I use my inspiration on that one, or do I have
Yeah,
to
you can. You'd have to roll again.
Oh, I have to roll again.
Yeah,
Okay.
you wouldn't get the 22. You'd roll a second because you can already see it as a thing.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
then
27 is gonna hit.
Second attack as well.
Cool.
17.
Alrighty. 17 unfortunately misses. This thing's actually pretty tough.
Okay.
Alrighty, but you will connect once. Go ahead and give me your total damage on that.
All right. Let me add it all up.
Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be quite a bit. And Switch, as you add that up, if you have nothing left to do, we'll move to Selcress.
Yep.
Levi's still got the daylight on him, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Levi, disengage, get back up here.
Levi pieces out. The light. You see you see Avril Lavigne with one eye kind of covering it, the other eye still strumming and singing.
Alrighty, that's good. And now, stay up here, Levi. Distract her. Do weird flashy motions. That'll annoy her. I hate it when someone turns the lights on and off.
Levi just covering himself with a thing over and over, just yeah, covering him with the stage curtain. It's distracting, but it's the giving her disadvantage distracting. You got her once with the initial flash. She's kind of seen it coming now.
Alright, and now I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast on the cloaker because I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
This should be my spell. Why is it working?
Switch hits the thing pretty damn hard, even though he just had the arm to hit the tentacle arm. Did a lot of damage. I apologize. It's been a busy night. 21 will connect. Go ahead and give me your deeps on that.
Is that appropriate? No, it's not. Add 4 to that.
Oh, it's still not doing it.
Yeah, it's...
Eldritch Blast!
Oh, you funky thing.
Alrighty. I believe you get a second blast, right?
Yeah, I do.
Radical. The 19, unfortunately, is barely gonna miss. One.
Alright.
Unless you had... Lance, your bless isn't still up, is it?
It switches bliss.
I dropped it when I cast Divine Favor.
Yeah, alright. So yep, unfortunately that one goes a little wide. But your first hit connects pretty hard. The Roper is looking a little bad. He's not looking great, actually, surprisingly.
Wasn't that against the Cloaker?
Oh, was that against the Cloaker?
Yeah, those were against Cloaker.
I'm so sorry, both of those will hit. My bad.
Oh.
So yes, he's magically gained more hit points now. The Cloaker's also looking really bad, actually. Very, very bad. It's shredded and torn. It looks like crap. Anything else you'd like to do, Selcress?
Nope, I'm good. Get him, guys.
Lance, you're
Beat
center
up that stage.
Switch is getting run off. You hear a slight stutter in the performance above you. What would you like to do?
I'll just kind of quietly whisper, I really love your music. I'm sorry, nothing personal, but business is business, as I quack the floor stage once again.
All right. Go ahead and give me your attacks. Alrighty.
She has disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. So it's a 21 against the first. Anything else you'd like to do? You saw Switch throw themselves up at the top with the body, with their movement. If you want, you can try it.
Yeah, business is business. Gotta do that bounce. So I shall bounce.
Jump up and smack your head into it. And oh yeah, just the stutter. And the performance immediately stops as Everlithine knows what's just happened. The crowd utterly silent. And the voice calls out,
2 strikes, you're out.
And you just all hear a sound. But no one's upstage to see it. See what happened. And you hear the crowd kind of gasp and then cheer.
I do like a good disintegration.
As that happens, as the Beholder called out, all of the aberrant monsters here under the stage, I say aberrant, all of the monsters here under the stage, freak out, to which they release you immediately. The roper just lets go. The cloaker goes to dash away, and yeah, everything goes to hide. Do you guys hunt them down to kill them, or do you leave? Go back upstage.
No, I'm good.
Before heading back upstage, Lance will wait and collect a bit of the dust that comes through the floorboards for a later resurrection.
Well, yeah, you go over, you collect some of the dust, Lance, no problem. And the rest of you come upstage. And as you come upstage, Euchaunkas, you just see a dejected-looking drow walking off stage next to you. And you just see half a guitar and the other half is just gone. And the announcer calls out, "Wow, what an incredible performance! Unfortunately, it was cut a little short." Anyway.
While I'm walking, I'm just gonna go ahead and do one of these.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Yeah, you guys are completely safe if you'd like to go up to the top. And the announcer calls out.
Switch is hunting down the creatures, though. So.
Oh, Switch, you're able to hunt them down without difficulty. Also, they might be aberrations. I'm not positive off the top of my head. I apologize for that. Not remembering the creature type.
That wouldn't matter. It's undead fiend.
Yeah, they are not those. They are, in fact, monstrosities. Yes, I knew that. All right, I was right.
I think the cloak is an aberration.
Anyway, it doesn't really
Potato,
matter.
potato.
And the announcer calls out, well, anywho, we have our 2 final performers tonight. First, we have the one, the only, you've heard her name twice already, Carrie Underdark. And the drum roll goes off, and stepping onto stage, from just kind of walking by you, actually, you see a beardless Durgar, a female Underdark, a dwarf. She's got big, long, spiky hair that goes down into a just long hair, kind of. It's all made of quills, porcupine quills, all kind of combed back.
She's walking by us.
Yeah, she walks by you.
I trip her.
Inferior creature.
She trips. And can you roll me a perception check as you do that?
14.
Yeah, something was weird as you tripped her. It just didn't feel right. There wasn't the right amount of force there against your leg as you stuck it out. But she trips. She gets up and grunts at you. She's holding very similarly. This is an electric guitar, which you're not familiar with at all. It's got a long black cord coming off of it that leads kind of backstage. And that's all she's got. She walks out onto stage and she calls out, "You all ready for a fantastic performance?" And there's cheering and all sorts of stuff. And I don't know any Carrie Underwood songs, so she just starts playing a Carrie Underwood ripoff. And
the one about keying a car.
Yeah, sure. I've got nothing.
I think that's
the one about a tornado?
I don't know. And she begins to perform.
So,
And,
Beyonce-eye,
yeah?
what's your tip?
I don't know. I've never heard of Carrie Underdark.
I have an
I
idea.
don't know any of her songs.
I have an idea.
What?
I cut the cord to the guitar.
Well, the cord is going like behind the second red velvet curtain, the big heavy curtains going backstage.
Aren't we backstage?
Yeah, you're like side stage right now. You can go further backstage if you want.
Yeah, I'll go backstage and cut the cord.
What if we just blow up backstage?
I could
So
do that.
You start going backstage, and Euchaunkas kind of leading the way. And as
Is there anything hanging on the balcony above the stage?
yeah, they're lights. They're big light fixtures. Big chandeliers.
Are there any above her head?
I mean, they're huge metal things that go across the whole stage. You'd trash the stage if you did it.
Fine, I guess I'll
Plus,
come.
this is the House Ishal Grand Amphitheater, by the way. You don't want to damage your own.
No, but I was thinking maybe sandbags or something.
No, they're on the side holding stuff up.
Alright, let's go. Don't break anything!
As you head backstage,
Oh,
you all
promises.
come face to face with something quite strange. You see the black kind of cord coming out back there. It leads into a large, wagon that's just here. Just a really large, stagecoach wagon, completely covered, like walls and a roof and everything. And it looks like it's got reins out front for something to pull it, but there's nothing there in particular. You also see a handful of other Durgar back here. There are like 7 of them, and they're all just kind of standing around. They've got other sorts of wires, and they look like they're busily doing stuff. And everything kind of tethers back to this large wagon. And one of the Durgar turns towards you, this kind of very pale-skinned, spine-covered dwarf. Looks at like, hey, what are you doing back here?
What do you think we're doing back here?
Yeah.
I think you're leaving.
Oh no, we aren't! You dare order this? You dare order Selcress around in her own theater?
I'm Carrie Underdark's roadie. I've got some.
I don't care who you are. No one talks to me like that.
I talk to you like that.
Not even her mother talks to her like that.
Hey, this is her amphitheater.
Yeah, and we're gonna win the whole show.
You're gonna get kicked out right now. Kill them. Kill them now. Kill them all.
Well, I'm on board,
Switch,
so sure.
What are you doing? Switch? Okay, Switch is muted at the moment. Like I said, probably run out.
I was saying that I was still hunting creatures under the stage.
Oh, you would have hunted them down at this point if you wanted. They cower at Boalzecraaz's voice. Switch is catching up to you all, and you opt to kill them, Selcress.
Yes, we're going to kill them. We're going to murder them in cold blood. They disrespected me in my family's amphitheater. This cannot stand. This is an insult to my family.
What does the wagon look like?
It is just a very large, stereotypical, covered stagecoach wagon. It's all made of wood.
It's a wooden wagon?
Yes, all wood.
Ah, very good.
All right, well, let's roll the initiative here for these guys. They got an 8. Oh, I'm sorry. They should have a +3 to that. They got an 11.
Careful with the wagon. They're foul beasts. Learned that back in the DMV or RMV, whatever.
WMV?
I don't know. They were cultists.
Alrighty. Switch, what was your initiative?
I'll just keep my previous initiative.
Alright, fair. Alright. So that's the initiative order. I guess not Chris, but Selcress. I typed that. The Durgar are gonna go. And seeing you guys getting aggressive, they're gonna move up and attack. And they are going to. The first one is going to take a punch at you, Selcress, because you're first in line. So one's going to go up to you, Selcress. One's going to go up to you, Euchaunkas. This is Euchaunkas. Oh, that's two GM. My bad. They Euchaunkas, they got a 12.
No.
And Selcress, it got a 22. It punches the shit out of you.
What the hell?
Additionally, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw? Probably Selk, as you're the one who seems the most pissed.
All right.
That actually fails.
Don't I get advantage with Switch or something?
Yes, actually, you're right. You get Switch's bonus because Switch is nearby.
Plus 3.
Nothing seems to happen as this Durgar punches you and then like makes eye contact with you, and you feel this like awful like migraine come over you, but nothing happened. You seem to shake off the effect with relative ease. And we are on to the next. That is you, Selcress. It's your turn.
All right. It's time. You all are going to die.
And so she's going to cast her Infernal Decree on Levi.
Oh, excellent. So as you say, you're all going to die, your voice kind of reverberates, right? And Levi swells and grows to his true infernal form.
Yep.
Hot damn. You going with the Barb Devil again?
Yeah, I'm going with the Barb Devil again. He's gonna step in between me and the Duragar and make a multi-attack.
Yeah, for everyone else, just the air around you just plummets in temperature, and little bits of humidity kind of turns to snow and ice in the air and falls and kind of clatters to the stage. Alrighty. That is a miss and 2 hits. The Durgar is going to roll some concentration.
That's magical damage, by the way.
Yep. That's actually important. It's going to succeed, and it's going to succeed. All right. So as you strike it twice, or Levi strikes it twice, he hits it for a total of 15 damage, which, you know, he slashes into the Durgar, and you see the Durgar kind of reel, but it doesn't bleed at all. He kind of smells like crap, though. Like, he smells like he pooped himself. That's kind of like the scent that wafts as you hit him. He might have pooped himself, you're not sure. Is there anything else you want to do, Selcress, besides Decree Infernal?
You don't smell like a Durgar.
Well, some Durgar do smell pretty bad. But...
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of a Durgar.
Well, I mean,
Say Durgar.
I suppose I've only been around the nobles, but...
And yeah, you all can tell that in this far back in the stage, the I-beam doesn't quite reach. Euchaunkas, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna blow up the cart.
Okay. Sure.
Let's see. Would I hit any of the Durgar with this as well? I'm gonna shatter.
Okay, I don't think you would at that reach. Is that, you still cool with it?
What could I do?
You know what?
instead?
Let me see a D100. I'll see it on like, let's roll. On a high roll, I'll give you like 1 or 2. Yeah, you know, I think you get 1 if you're.
Oh well, the goal is to just stop this performance, really. So yeah, I'll shatter the wagon. I mean, they're horrible beasts. So.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
I'll go ahead and do my thing. It's
Sure.
24.
24 shattering damage. Alrighty. It's con save?
Yeah.
Alrighty. This is going to fail the con save, then it's going to roll concentration, which it succeeds in the concentration. Your explosion strikes the cart, and wood splinters break everywhere. The noise is so loud.
Oh, wow. That explosion sounds exactly like a dog.
Yes, just like a dog. You hear the electric guitar kind of stutter, and you hear Boalzecraaz call out,
Strike 1.
And as the cart explodes and wood splinters go everywhere, it is not filled with gear, but it looks like it was stuffed completely full of a giant red ooze. And all of the cords going back to it all attach into the ooze. As you have unveiled the Oblex. Indeed. And is that the end
Take
of
a
the
step back.
Back up. All right. Get to the back of the party. Lance, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Uh-oh. Do I have any quote-unquote Duragar up on me?
Yeah, there are a bunch of Duragar up on you.
And how far away am I from this cart?
You're about 15 feet from the cart. From what is now the base of a wagon with a giant undulating ooze monster inside it.
Well, that is a perfect amount of distance as I activate... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Spirit Guardians.
Oh, nice.
At 4th level.
Your Spirit Guardians swirl around you. Are they like the stars of Selune? Is that what these guys are?
They actually appear to be just 4 or 5, like, almost angelic women that you see the long flowing blue hair on, the battle armor, and of course the sickle-esque swords.
So we got the Valkyries coming in here.
Of course.
Radical. So the Oblex, now that you know all the Durgar are part of the Oblex, they count as one creature. So even though there were 6 of them, only 2 of them attacked last turn because it can make 2 attacks. So yeah, it's going to succeed on its wisdom save. It's wisdom, right?
Yes. Why does it always say strength, man?
It's a bug with roll 20. So it's going to take half damage. It's going to take 12. And then it is going to roll a concentration check as it attempts to concentrate on its performance. And it fails. And you hear the guitar stutter again. And
strike 2.
The performance goes on in the other room. Switch, you're last to go. What would you like to do? Oh, Switchy saying words? I'm not hearing you if you are. Oh, looks like you are. Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, you just can't hear Switch. Switch, can you relog real quick? I see you lighting up, but I'm not hearing it.
Hello?
There we go. We're back.
Hello.
Discord, God of Chaos.
Great.
Oh, yes.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess that I am going to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? Divine Favor's still up, right?
Sure.
It hasn't been a minute yet?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Do either of these dwarves look real bad?
Yeah, they both look kind of hurt, but not really that hurt.
Which one, looks worse? Are they the same?
Well, they're all part of the Oblex. They're all part of the same ooze monster. So, killing one won't really matter in this case.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the one nearest to my good priest friend.
Uh-huh.
Give him a little pat on the head with my baseball bat.
Oh, gee. Okay. That'll hit.
Alright. We'll pump a smite into it. This is not a fiend or undead, is that correct?
No, it's an ooze.
Okay. So just 2d8.
This is good, though. We're giving him more damage. Harder saves for him. Alright.
23. All of it is magic. Damn. 15 is radiant.
Well, this is going to be a really hard one for him. Oh my god! So close to being enough. But in the other room, the guitar
strike 3.
And you hear and you see all the Durgar just kind of turn and look to the little wires they have as the one wire leading onto the stage just slowly turns into dust going back toward the main Oblex. At which point it's just oh. And then by the time little dust streak hits it, the whole thing poofs away and collapses to the ground. And the crowd cheers, or rather, the crowd cheers. Of course, the crowd always cheers. And
There's slight silence.
Exactly. Slight silence, just like ooh. And the announcer calls out, Well, it seems like every contestant but Beyonce has been eliminated. Let's bring her out to finish off the show. And there's another drum roll. The crowd's cheering, and Beyonce goes out on stage and begins her performance. And as you guys are all just kind of waiting off stage watching, Beyonce's performance is pretty good for a hideous fomorian, still sexy.
Oh, which song did she pick?
I don't know. I don't know any Beyonce songs. Sorry, Beyonce.
I'll go send out Levi as like a dancer.
Yeah, Levi's out there dancing. And are you all watching the show? I assume
No.
You're right. You got nothing else to do.
No.
So you're just like looking the other direction instead of watching.
Oh, I'm collecting dust.
Oh, from the Oblex.
Mm.
Okay. So
I will stand right behind center stage, behind the curtain, and just let my spirit guardians look cool and badass out on stage without harming her.
Yeah, exactly. And as you're doing that, and like Selcress, you got Levi and you're watching, and Switch, you're also nearby paying attention. What Selcress and Switch, you both hear a sound which kind of distracts you from the cheering of the crowd. You just hear a slight like a gust of wind coming from like behind you. And if you kind of look around, you see that there's like a 10-foot radius perfect hole in the wall and just little bits of dust floating away, and a large meatball-like figure floating in through the doorway. He has long tentacled eye beams, eye stalks kind of coming out from all over him. 10 different eye stalks, each eye glaring forward. You feel a weight as the magical equipment on you ceases to function as magic. You look at it, it stares before you, a rough textured body, small scale and spike-like protrusions erupting from its form. It has a front, a large singular red eye with kind of a cat slit down the middle, and a massive toothy maw, bulbous black-red gums with tiny spine-like protrusions for teeth. It looks to you all.
I smile back at it and I say, I hope you don't mind our additions to the performance.
Yes, I don't care at all. Actually, I'm just glad you were here. I was hoping this performance would be enough to make Jeremy run an adventure here. I was hoping to meet you all. I'm your biggest fan.
Oh.
Sign my autograph book.
And a small book just kind of floats over. One of the eye stalks just kind of pointing at it, like causing it to levitate.
Yes, I knew if I just had tea time with the Beholder, that wouldn't work, wouldn't be interesting enough. Only something like this would be bizarre enough for Jeremy to run an adventure here.
Sure, I'll sign. Do you want Levi to sign too?
Oh, absolutely. I love Levi. He's my favorite.
I will sign, however, I want you to do me a favor.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, by the way.
And another eye beam, another eye stalk is just pointing over, and you see a small little bag kind of go over with Bartholomew's face kind of planted on it.
Here's Beyonce's prize reward. I figure, might as well just give it to you.
Yep, that works.
Cutting out the middleman, always so efficient.
Yes, exactly.
Now,
Definitely appreciate it. Maybe we'll come see you again sometime.
That would
any
be excellent.
information that you could give me on this Jeremy person, I'm sure that my sister Sarah would be very, very grateful for that information.
Yeah, no problem. I will tell you everything I know, which is a lot. I have access to their adventure write-ups document.
You're the only other creature we've ever encountered that actually recognizes the voices and floating heads.
Wait, you hear the voices too?
Yeah. I mean...
Wait a minute. Didn't everyone know we all heard the voices? I thought just Bartholomew's adventurers did.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, or they just tell me they know. I don't know which.
No, I kind of thought all of
I
you
feel
were
like
playing
everyone-
pretend.
I
So
feel like everyone just doesn't acknowledge it.
Oh, I acknowledge it.
What a dark truth. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching the show. Welcome to Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime, and I hope you will excuse going slightly over time today. Thank you for joining.
Hey, wait.
What?
Boalzecraaz.
Yeah, what's up?
How does Jeremy's voice feel doing that?
To be honest, it's actually extremely easy. You'd be surprised. You'd think it would suck, but I could do this all day, and it really doesn't matter.
I see.
well, I mean, it's good that he's not throwing his voice out. You need a nice voice for commanding presence.
It's true. Anyway, Jeremy, end the episode and ask Pete if he's here.
All right, Beholder-king Boalzecraaz. Hey, Pete, how are you here?